Hey, welcome. I am Nemo, and this is my second Holiday Cup video. This one featuring Smackdown Chestnaugh. If you've seen my first video, you'll see that I've stuck mostly with the same team as I have all throughout the Holiday Cup. Ampharos in the lead, using Power Gem. I've stuck with Chestnaugh, and I've swapped out his Vine Whip for Smackdown. And lastly, I've swapped out Whimsicott for my Alolan Ninetales as my Charmers, just to get a bit of ice resistance in the team. So what is working really great for me in this team composition is nobody's really expecting Power Gem on the Ampharos. No one's expecting to get hit with a rock from Chestnaugh. And Ninetales, even though she's using a recommended move set, she has an attack stat of 15, so she's going to be winning out on those CMP ties. So pound for pound, she's going to be winning on equal footing. So she's a glass cannon, and I like her that way. So getting into these fights, I do go 8-2 across these two sets. You can see where Ampharos is ideal for kind of building up that Thunder Punch real quick and peeling off these shields. Ninetales is able to just hit really hard with that charm. So this second fight, we start off Ampharos and Wigglytuff, where we're just peeling it off, just throwing that Thunder Punch whenever we can, and swapping over to Ninetales for the cleanup. Ideally, I like to have Ampharos with a bit more energy on him before I have to swap, but we're doing okay. So we're coming across our first Alolan Marowak. I don't think I win this match. This was kind of the first go, and I was just kind of working out the kinks. So Chestnaugh is coming in with 2 shields, which is ideal in this situation. I shielded the first attack. It seemed like he had built up a bit, and I let him bait me with that Bone Club. So I wish that I had shielded the Shadow Ball, but here I go. I'm going down, holding on to a shield. So I think that I could have won that out if I had paid a little more attention to it. Going into the third fight, Ampharos versus Obstagoon. Ampharos is able to charge up real quick, just 3 attacks. I'm able to charge up a punch as fast as he's charging up a Night Slash. I'm never too worried about these Obstagoon leads. Ampharos is going to do his job. He's going to start peeling shields, and I'm able to swap into Ninetales to try and clean up, but they were swapped over to Lapras. I try not to use any shields on Ninetales. I'm just using her to charm down. It's a heavy hit. Use my charge moves as I can, and we've already maintained both our shields from the start of the fight, so we're up 2 shields to 0. Chestnaugh comes in to clean up the Lapras, and Wigglytuff bounces in. There's not much I can do at this point. Ninetales is usually my answer to another Charmer, but them not having any shields, this superpower is going to hit pretty hard. I'm able to swap back into Ampharos, get that final hit on my Thunder Punch, and clean up the Obstagoon. So that's a good fight. Altaria leads, I'm also not too worried about. Again, just Thunder Punching. Dragon Breath isn't going to do much damage. The fact that they hadn't swapped out at this point was kind of concerning to me. They're not using any shields. They're just letting this Altaria drop. So they bring in Obstagoon. It's still 2 shields. I get a full charge on my Ampharos before swapping over. No concern here, except I was expecting the Bulldoze. So that's a situation where I am going to be using my shield. So with this Alolan Marowak that comes in, I'm just trying to get the shields peeled away. But it looks like it wasn't really much of a concern. I can throw in my Ampharos. He's got a fully charged Power Gem, which is one of the reasons that I've brought him into the fight to begin with. If they hadn't shielded for whatever reason, that would have been an instant kill, but I was able to get my Thunder Punch back up as well. So coming into the final fight of this set against a Galvantula, and Ampharos does really well against other electric leads. They're mostly just trading evenly back and forth. Thunder Punch to get that first shield off, and I think that they tried to farm me down here. I overcharged a little bit and went for the power gem, and they didn't shield it, so that's totally fine. 1 for 1, they're 1 shield down. I answer their Togekiss with my own Charmer. We're going to try a Psyshock here, expecting a shield. Perfect. Chestnaugh comes in, and I was really hoping to get that 1 pop there. I was nervous about using this shield, but I wasn't sure what it was going to be thrown at me. So what they had in the back was a Diggersby, which it looks like they just kind of gave up. They have no shields. I'm still up 1, and I'm going to be doing super effective damage with Energy Ball. So I thought that was pretty well played on my part. So I had seen that a SmackDown Chestnut video had already been released, and I was kind of kicking myself for not getting something out right away, but I was kind of working on this new background and my new layout. I couldn't find a good logo for the holiday cup. It's supposed to be like holly and bells or something like that, or mistletoe maybe. So I just took the regular Greatly logo and gave it a Santa hat and a cute bow. So now it's collectible. So going into this second set, this was also a 4-1 set. I do wish that I had shielded that first Shadow Ball, but we'll see if it makes a difference here in the end. I think it's great that everyone's got these shiny Celebi from this event, but I have not seen them performing very well at all. So Chestnut comes in and they immediately swapped over to Mandibuzz, getting rid of their Psychic. And Chestnut's just, you know who I am, and just proceeds to pummel her to death. SmackDown is going to be doing super effective damage against Flyers. Fighting moves are doing super effective damage against Dark, so it was just not really a good move there. So moving into match 2, we got another Altaria lead. Ampharos is going to do what he can to expend their shields. He is taking a bit of damage here, so I was trying to swap over to Ninetales. I had my charge moves all ready to go. Swap over to Ninetales. And we'll see if we can just finish charming her down. She does take a Sky attack, which is totally fine. Psyshock coming in with the Alolan Marowak, peeling off that final shield. Chestnut comes in. We're going to take this Bone Club in the face, and that's totally fine. I think they realized what was going on, so they switched over to Wigglytuff, and I didn't really have a good answer to this. This is what I've usually got my Ninetales for, and I was hitting the button. I hit the button so many times, and it would not throw the Thunder Punch. So that was my one loss in this match. I think it's got something to do with being locked in the animations. So that's totally fine. Avalanches, I avoid avalanche. That's going to hurt a bunch, no matter who you are. So here what we did was we charged up 2 and then some of my Thunder Punch, threw the first one to bait the shield, and then hit them with super effective Power Gem. Obstagoon comes in, can spend the rest of my energy on that, and try to clean up with Ninetales. So it looks like they didn't have a very good response to seeing a Charmer against Obstagoon. So we're able to take down Gyarados, no issues, and have fully charged charge moves going into the last bit. Looks like there was a bit of lag here. I'm all out of shield, but Chestnaugh is fresh, so not worried about any of his Night Slash or anything like that. So again, what I like about this team, Ampharos with Power Gem is pretty awesome when it comes to like psyching them out and just pulling the carpet out from under them. Here we got another electric lead in this Alolan Raichu. One thing that I do worry about with him is Psychic, but we're able to charge up a little more than a Thunder Punch here and throw the first Thunder Punch. They'll shield it, and then they will take a Power Gem in the face again. So, again, pulling out the rug. Obstagoon comes in. I think we're just going to try and peel off shields while we can. Ampharos has done his job. He's won the lead. We'll bring in Ninetales. Here we're going 1 for 1. And even if there was a tie on this, it looks like the health was pretty even. She would win any of the CMP ties, having an attack stat of 15. So that was it. Chestnaugh didn't even have to see that match. Ampharos, Obstagoon. Ampharos does his deed. Going to be throwing Thunder Punches often, taking in those Night Slashes. The only time that I worry about Obstagoon is if they're charging a little high. Then I would expect a Gunshot, but I don't think anyone's really playing Gunk Shot pretty hard. So swapping into the Ninetales. I've peeled off their shields entirely. I am not worried about this. They bring in Wigglytuff, Charmer versus Charmer, and Ninetales is going to win this one also. So well, I guess we didn't take out the Obstagoon, but that's fine. Chestnaught's feeling fresh. We still got 1 shield, and all they got left in the back was Stunfisk. So that's going to be GG's. So what works great about this composition is that Rock-type moves are doing really well against the current meta. And with Power Gem and Smackdown, those are on 2 Pokemon that you're really not going to be expecting Rock-type moves to be coming from. So doing really well for me. And as far as weaknesses, I mean, really it's just kind of getting lost in that shuffle and losing any of these swaps. So the first mystery was C-Dots. If you can guess this second mystery in the comments below, I'll give you a shout out in the next video. Feel free to add me in game. I'm looking for battle buddies and the like. My friend code is right there at the bottom. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to be putting out more videos moving throughout this first season of mine. All right, thanks. Peace.